Hello everyone, welcome to 2012 and Buying Cars Her Way. Well, Katie, I know all of our viewers are wondering, you survived your first year in the car business.
With a smile on my face.
She's still smiling. And if all of you knew what time we were filming this thing, you would laugh. It's kind of late at night after a very long day. Anyways, tell us about 2011, your first full year in the car business.
It went by really fast. I mean, we had a ton of fun. I learned unreal amount of things, and I'm just excited for the next year. There's so much going on here, so many good things. It's just exciting.
Who was the sales professional of the month for the last month of the biggest year? And
well, I don't like to brag, but
myself. Exactly. Okay, so you had some things that you've been kind of gathering questions over the last 6 months from our viewers, from the website, which is of course buyingcarsherway.com, and from your customers. And so I think we were going to talk about some of those.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't, especially women, don't know what to ask and what to be prepared for, what they're going to be asked when they go into the dealership. So I feel like it's important to kind of go over what's normal and what's not normal.
Because don't you find sometimes people get mad, like when we ask them certain questions and they feel like we're being intrusive, invasive, and I think we were just going to talk about some of them.
Setting the record, I think they've heard that if you get asked this, it means they're trying to take you down on your trade, but there just needs to be a little bit of a record set straight so you know what information to go into the dealership with and what you can be ready for those questions, because they do need to be asked.
Yeah, and what information that we really need to help you have a successful car buying experience and transaction, and not be defensive, and just know that at least I know with us for sure that we're on your team, and we want to help you buy a car. We don't necessarily want to sell you one as much as we want to help you make a good buying purchase. So what are some of those questions that
I mean, so what is normal? They need to ask you what you're expecting to get for your trade, how much you owe on your trade, what
financing. Have you already set up your financing ahead of time? What kind of down payment do you have? I mean, these are
what's your budget?
What's your budget? What is your credit score? And I know that there are times that when I sit down with a client, maybe you sit down with a client, we ask those questions, and especially women. We're pretty private people. And
it seems like a lot coming at you.
It does.
But if you go in knowing that stuff ahead of time and knowing that that's going to come up, it'll make the process much quicker. It's more straightforward, less going back and forth. And they're going to ask, they should ask. I mean, I know that we do things the right way here, and my customers don't get treated any kind of adverse way by giving me that information. It only makes the process more seamless.
And I think another big misnomer is that, a lot of times people think that we're going to take that information and use it against them. We're going to find out that they owe this much on their trade, so therefore we're only going to give them this much money, and that's not the case at all. When we're trying to come, with good information quickly to a customer and not play games with them and give them what the real payment would be, what it's going to take as a down payment to help them reach their budgetary goals, we'd have to have good, accurate information versus spending an hour going back and forth playing games with each other. So, I just kind of, I know that that's always like the one thing that when we ask too many questions, sometimes people kind of step back and
it's mainly people that have had a bad experience and feel like they've been taken. That's been what I've noticed. So, it's like prepare. I mean, and then you come in knowing what you want for your trade, you have a much better place to start than if.
And telling us, the dealer, what you expect for your trade in. Because the bottom line is either we're going to get there or we're not. And we're going to tell you a lot quicker than going back and forth and playing games. What are some of the other things that customers have told you? I know you and I talked about it this morning after the sales meeting. That customers, that is totally out of line for a car dealer to ask a customer. And what my number one beef is. Anyone who knows me knows what my number one beef is on...
who's the decision maker, ma'am?
Or is the decision maker here with you today? It's like, do you think I walked into this dealership because I can't make a decision or I have to make a telephone call? Anyways, thanks for engaging me on that, people. But I think that's our number one, that women come in here. We had one last week who came from another dealership, and she said, if you guys would have said that to me, I would have walked out. But because you didn't say it to me,
I stayed and I bought a car.
I bought a car from you. And, as women, we want to be relevant, and we are the decision makers. And over 50% of all purchases are purchased by single females. And, of course, 80% of all purchases are determined by females, are influenced. So, you know, either we're making the money or we're spending the money. So do not discount your female buyers that walk into the car dealership. We will not have it. Were there any other things?
Yeah, I had a customer said that they wouldn't let her go on a test drive until she filled out a credit app.
Oh.
And she felt like, you know, I need to know if I even want the car before you get to look at my credit. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So if something like that happens, walk away.
Walk away. Turn around and walk away. You have the right to drive the car. The car dealership's there with cars on display for test drives. And if someone makes you do that, you're doing business with the wrong people.
And then what else were we talking about? Oh, if they say the deal's only good today, you have to do it now. You cannot think about it.
Don't walk, run.
It's a big red flag.
Yeah, don't walk, run. You know, how many times do we give people deals, and especially women? As women, we can't even buy a pair of shoes in an hour, let alone a car. So why would we not be given the opportunity to sleep on a deal, think about it overnight, and then come back and make a good buying
Especially
purchase?
a big purchase like a car.
Yeah.
That's the second biggest purchase people make in their lifetime.
Yeah, the only caveat I will put to that is on the last day of the month, if rebates or incentives are expiring, they're really expiring.
There's the truth to it.
Yes. So
doesn't mean it won't come back next month, but they don't know. The dealer does not know that.
We do not know. So I would recommend, if you're counting on some of those incentives, come in 2 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
Don't come in the last day of the month, but come in 2 days before, and then that way you can look at the deal, you can sleep on it, and you can come back the next day and make your purchase. So that's probably it.
That's some good starters.
Yeah, exactly.
Get you armed a little bit before you go out for your next car purchase.
Well, I'm excited about 2012.
I am too.
The forecasts are very big out there at Automotive News. They say the automotive industry is going to be up about 25%, and it'll be the top performing sector in the United States economy. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, everybody, and check us out at Buying Cars Her Way or on Facebook.
At Fiat of Austin or Buying Cars Her Way.
Yeah. So come see us.
Thank you.
Bye.